Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to create this super easy spring and summertime look using a blush and bronzer. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie Jenkins. If you are new here, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. This is how I bring in my full-time income, so I'm able to homeschool my oldest and keep my youngest out of daycare, which is a really huge accomplishment that I never ever thought that would have been a part of me and would have been a part of my story. So if you've been on my YouTube lately, I've actually been documenting a short little vlog for you using our new elixir that I'm highly obsessed with. But I've been documenting a vlog with my scalp psoriasis. So I've made a note in my vlog that my scalp psoriasis is very much hormonal. Okay, so I can't give all of the credit whenever it is starting to clear up to the elixir. Because it is very much hormonal. I'm using the elixir kind of to help spot treat it along the way. So far it's doing great. I'm going to show you, actually we already know what I'm going to show you. So first I go in with a silicone based primer. This primer keeps my makeup from sinking into my pores, so I'm not getting breakouts. Another thing that this does is it helps your makeup not sink into any fine lines or wrinkles, so it's not going to draw more attention to areas that you're trying to cover up. A huge perk to this specific primer is that it has a blurring effect. So if there are any areas on your face that you're just kind of not thrilled with, this is going to help blur them while you're wearing it. And it works even better when it is paired with a photo filter foundation, which is what I am going to show you right now. And I'm going to do my best to keep this video right around, I don't know, let's say 12 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys for very long. I know that social media is loving the short filmed content, and I kind of am too. At first I freaked out and I was like, how in the world am I going to keep my content short? But if we're being realistic, like I do quicker looks on a regular basis anyways. And from the content creators end, it's so much nicer to have short-term or short-filmed content because it makes it easier on us once you can wrap your head around it and be a little bit open to change. All right, so I'm going in with a photo filter foundation. I'm using a very damp beauty sponge. So this one is from Pharmacy. Everything that I'm going to be using today is all located on my website. And I always drag it down my neck as well. This is just going to be a very, very soft, springy, summertime look. I know we are all falling right into spring now. So this is going to be one of those makeup looks that is very easy, very everyday, very, if it's just something, you want to do your makeup, but you're not really quite sure what to do, this is going to be it. If you're a beginner, everything I do is beginner friendly. Okay, so I'd like to dab this on my face a lot. I like to use the dabbing motion because that gives you a more skin-like finish. And now I'm going to go in with this liquid concealer. This is a VFX liquid concealer that is made with an Indian seed plant extract that is actually formulated to plump up your skin. So it's going to add some good hydration and plump everything up for you. And then I just go in with the pointed side of my little egg-shaped blender and rub that in. Or I dab it in, I don't rub it. So I hope you guys find value from these videos. If you do, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. I am a beauty influencer at Pharmacy. I'm a golden director, which means I am top 3% of the company. I love what I do a lot. If you know me, you already know that. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. I don't have my primer out here, so I'm just gonna swipe some of this on here just to get a little bit of brightness going. I like to do more slowed down tutorials for people. So any of my customers, whenever you order from me, or maybe you haven't, but you're wanting to be my customer, just know that anytime someone orders from me, if you're not quite sure how to use your products, especially if we get a full face of products, right? sometimes we forget what all steps go into them. Instead of going back and trying to find a video that I've done, I can actually just make a video specifically for you. I have just about all the products that we own or that we have here at Pharmacy. So if there's 9 times out of 10, I can do a really good tutorial for you and the exact things that you have, the tools that you should use, and how to get the look that it is that you're trying to achieve. So that's always a perk from ordering with me. What I'm gonna do next is add in a bronzer. So this is one of our new limited springtime bronzers. This is the shade Santorini, and I think it is very, very, very pretty, very pigment. And the brush that I'm using, I'm gonna get dual purpose out of this because it's a double-sided brush. How gorgeous is that? I'm just gonna lightly tap this through here because this bronzer is very, very, very pigment. So I like to just kind of place it and then I can go in, and it's all right if your hair gets messy. I normally just expect mine to get a little bit messy, especially all these baby hairs through here. And then we're just gonna tap it very lightly and then I'll start blending it out. It's easier, you know, if you start with a little bit of product and then go back and add some more as needed versus having way too much on your brush or your sponge and trying to blend it out. Trust me, it's easier to add a little and go from there. Is that not so pretty? Let's get the same thing over here. Just barely tapping and then still blowing anything excess off. Pulling it all down my neck. So this brush is also listed on my site. I want to say it may be $6 or $7. It's very inexpensive. It's a very soft brush. When it comes to doing your makeup and making sure that you're getting the right placement and able to blend out, you want, one, really good quality products and then really good quality tools. Okay. Everything is nice and bronzy, very pretty. Let's do some brows real quick before I get too far. So we have, I can't even show you my brow liner pencil. It's so embarrassing. But we actually have a new micro filling brow pen that's really amazing. I think the second time that I used mine, my lid fell off and I didn't know that it fell off. So I left it out for a few days without a cap and she dried up, obviously. So I'm ordering a new one, but in the meantime, I'm just going back to my old routine, which is using the number 3 brow pencil, and then I go right over top. So I'm using, this is another double-sided brush that we have that I'm obsessed with. It's a brow brush. I'm just rubbing it through there to make sure all the pigment is even, and then I'm going in with my brow mascara. The brow liner that I just used, I want to say is around $7, and this mascara is $13. So very inexpensive items. All of our products follow European standards, so they ban over 1,300 harmful ingredients, whereas the FDA only bans 11. So if you are looking for really good quality products, maybe you have issues with using FDA, more standardized products, I highly suggest giving these a try. They're very inexpensive as well because we do manufacture our own products. We have our own manufacturing facilities. We're one of the largest integrated companies in the world. So we do our own in-housing. We don't have to wait on a middleman or pay a middleman for ingredients or anything like that. We've got it all ourselves. So that means our products stay low in price and our compensation plan stays high. We actually have the highest paying compensation plan in the United States, which is pretty, trust me, it's pretty amazing. That's honestly how I was in this industry for 3 years before I came to pharmacy and never would have been able to homeschool or keep a child out of daycare. I knew within just a couple months of being at pharmacy, I was going to do both. It's a very, very big blessing to our family. And normally it's only $19 to be here, but now until the 10th, it's only $9.90. So it's always inexpensive to be here, but right now for the next few days, it's even less expensive. Which is always a huge perk. Okay, so let's get back on track. We're about 9 minutes in so far. I want to try to keep this low. I've already got my bronzer on. So I'm going to use, I have a paper towel here. So I'm just going to rub some of that bronzer off of my fluffy side. I'm going to go in with a blush. So this is blush shade Rose Jam. It's really pretty. It's one of my favorites. I'm just gonna put it right over top of, I'm not a blush wearer typically. Honestly, just my little makeup history. I did not grow up loving makeup. I did not grow up wearing a bunch of makeup, but I did join this industry 5.5 years ago because I needed to make extra money. And I thought, well, if I'm going to learn, you know, if I'm going to earn money, I need to bring value to my customers, right? I need to bring value to my people. So I came to YouTube and learned how to do makeup and learned how to do any of the products that I was wanting to wear and sell to people, just so I could share how to use them for beginners. And that's still what I do to this day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in, we're going to start with the blush first, and I'm using the other side of my double-sided brush. We're at 10 minutes, so we might have to push it to 15, but I'm going to try. Put some of this on here, and I'm just going to rub it, honestly, all over my lid. We're not doing anything. Listen, this is as easy peasy as it gets. We're not doing any blending. We're not doing any specific placement. We're just rubbing that blush all on my lid. Okay? Super easy, right? That's my whole point of wanting to do, you know, simple looks, is so anyone can recreate them. Practice when it comes to makeup. You really want to practice a lot. That was my biggest takeaway. I watched trainings and then I would go practice. Watch trainings and go practice, and then just play until I found, you know, the looks that I liked on me. So I'm just adding a little bit more. We're not going to do anything too crazy. I'm just using my paper towel, just gently wiping the end of that off. And now we're going to go in with our bronzer. This bronzer is very pigment. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit over top so you can see the difference between the two. And this is just going to give you that really pretty, you know, like almost like that daytime glow, because we've got it here, we've got it here. It's not too much. It's really pretty so far, right? I've got an eyeliner I'm going to pop on. Mascara, I'm going to do both of those, and then I'm going to come back and show you my lips just so I can really keep this time locked down. Only one eye so far, only because I wanted you to see this in action. This is my mascara primer with my Double Lash Extend mascara. I make these lines a little bit thicker, but this is my favorite lip liner. It's around $6 and it's number 227. I put it on thick too, and as you can see, it glides on really easy. I'm gonna go in with a VFX liquid matte lipstick in shade Cool Beige. It's my favorite spring and summertime shade. But ultimately, this is my favorite combo ever. And then what I like to do is just add a really light layer. Of liner back on. I'll be back to show you the rest.